Hey everyone, welcome to today's lunch lesson live. Today we are talking about TikTok tips. So if you tell me in the comments, have you been hesitant to get on TikTok? Have you heard things? Are you not sure? Tell me what you've heard about TikTok that's kind of holding you back, or if you've been on TikTok and you're not really sure what to do. Let me know what your questions about TikTok are, and we're going to try to cover everything. So today we're going to talk about like what to post and really how to use TikTok to your advantage as a business owner, right? We often think about social media from a personal standpoint, but then also as a business. That's what we're all here for, right? So thanks so much for being here. Let me know if you are here on the live, just say live below, or let me know on the replay if you're watching on a replay later. That really helps me see who's coming in on the day of and who's kind of catching it later. So tell me in the comments if you're live or replay. Okay, so thank you for being here. I'm so excited about these little free trainings every week because I feel like it gives us all a chance to, really work on things that matter to our business. I really want to give you action items to really help you kind of get unstuck and move your business forward. So if there are certain topics that you want to hear about, that you would like to discuss, that you have questions about, tell me in the comments below. I would love to cover some topics that are really prevalent in your business and that you are really struggling with or have questions about. I would love to hear about it. So, and thanks so much to everyone who voted on today's topic. I do a poll every Tuesday in the group. So you can vote on whichever topic you would prefer to discuss, or you can always suggest a new topic on Tuesdays, and we can try and figure out when to fit that in, or if everyone else is liking that one, they can vote on that one too. So definitely don't miss out on the Tuesday poll, or you can always just drop a comment below. Tell me what topics you would like to talk about for your business and what would be most helpful. All right, so today's topic, TikTok tips. I'm so glad you're here. I feel like TikTok is an amazing place, right? If you feel like TikTok is amazing, tell me below. What do you like about TikTok? If you're already on TikTok, tell me below, what are you looking at? What is your feed full of, right? Somehow my feed is full of, I started following a lot of like soap and candle making. It was really soothing for a minute. And so my feed is full of a lot of candles and soaps, right? So I realize I have to kind of curtail my feed. But tell me in the comments, what is your feed full of in TikTok? I love watching like Moms in Carline. I think those are hilarious. I was down a chicken farm chores. Hilarious rabbit hole one time, and dog videos, right? Those tend to be the ones that I gravitate to, but man, it is full of everything. So I would love to hear what you love about TikTok. I know it gets a lot of bad reputation, right? A little bad rap in the press, but I feel like there's so many beautiful things, right? There are so many different ways and creative ways that people are connecting, making us laugh, and just giving us, I think, a fun time. So, right, if you haven't found the fun places on TikTok, or if you don't love TikTok, I think let's talk about your feed, right? Because I really think it is just a hilarious place. I am always blown away where I'm like, oh my God, the internet is so entertaining. But we want to make it work for our business, right? We want it to be effective. So that's what we're here to talk about today. This video is for mompreneurs, right? I love working with moms and women. Also just business owners in general, and coaches. I love working with coaches because I am a coach, and I feel like all of us can learn from each other, right? I think the process of sharing knowledge is just such a beautiful thing. So I love working with coaches, and I think TikTok, this video could really be for products as well. So if you sell products as well as services online, I think TikTok is a really valuable place. I think it's a great place to showcase anything that you do for your business. So definitely stick around if you fall into any of those categories, right? If you're a business owner in general, I think this video is for you. All right, so if you are new here, a quick background about me. My name is Kristina Daugherty. I am a business coach, and I've been helping businesses for the last 10 years. I've been online testing social media strategies in the background, helping other businesses, and really figuring out what is effective. Unfortunately, right, what is not effective, what I have learned, and that's taken years to figure this out, is that posting alone is not enough. Right? It is not enough to have one social media profile or a bunch of social media profiles and only post, right? If your strategy is just to post and you're thinking about, I need to post more, I need to work on my post, I need to perfect my post, unfortunately, that is a really long, hard road, right? It is really hard to just get a post to turn into leads or clients. So that is what I am here to help you with. I would love to talk about what your current strategy is and to get you out of the mindset of posting, right? Posting is certainly valuable and necessary, right? That's how we get the word out, but it is not enough. It's just not enough to turn clients, to turn followers into paying customers. So if you're kind of stuck in this, I'm only posting and I don't really have an overall strategy, let's talk. Feel free to just say strategy below, or tell me below if you are frustrated with your posting, if you feel like you have been posting and just not getting any results. Tell me below how that is affecting your business, right? If you are just kind of stuck where you're like, well, I guess I better post more, right? I better do more of the things everyone's telling me to do. So tell me how that's going for you, right? Are you posting, and maybe you're getting a great response from your post, and that could be amazing too. But even if people are following and liking your posts and even commenting, often that is not enough to turn them into an actual lead or paying customer, right? I would never call a follower a lead. Sometimes we think that's people that are interested, but check your own habits, right? You know yourself. You are scrolling and maybe liking and maybe following. It's Facebook and Instagram, right? Really all the social media platforms make it really easy for you to follow people. But that doesn't mean you're absolutely interested in that business. You may just like that picture or think it's cute or love the colors or love the comment, right? But you might not actually ever be a paying customer. So those are things we want to be really careful about calling followers leads. I would not call a follower a lead, right? We want to turn our followers into warm leads, people that take action and are actually interested and want more information, and then we can kind of warm them up. So, right, again, I talk often about the bike shop. 10 years ago, my husband and I really, I guess 2014, so that's now 11 years ago, we opened a little bike shop, coffee shop here in Florida, and it was so much fun. And I say that's really where I learned my marketing, right? I feel like I earned a marketing degree just from that business. It was so exciting and bittersweet, right? Obviously, we had to close our doors, and from that, I turned it into my passion to help other businesses. I didn't want another small business, another woman business owner to have to close their doors because they didn't have access to the right knowledge or strategy or whatever it is, right? I feel like we learned so much at the bike shop. We learned so much about what to do and what not to do, right? And kind of getting back to TikTok, right? TikTok was not around when we had the bike shop, but we definitely took advantage of videos, right? And I think that's kind of the trend that created TikTok, is that videos are just so hot and so easy to see in your feed, right? They stand out, you watch them, right? It catches your attention. So I just think videos were kind of the trend way back then, and have continued to be so, right? And a real quick note on TikTok, who was on Musical.ly, right? Does anybody, tell me in the comments, were you a Musical.ly fan? So before it turned into TikTok, it was Musical.ly. It was called Musical.ly. And my niece was big into making these cute videos, and it was really, I think it started with like lip syncing, right? It was kind of a lip sync, do cute little gestures and make little videos to music. And that is, I believe, how it started. If you know otherwise, let me know. But tell me if you were on Musical.ly, right, back then. It was probably back in like 2014, 2015, maybe a little later, 2017, somewhere in there. But anyway, and then it turned into TikTok. So today let's talk about TikTok. If you're on TikTok, feel free to share your link below, or tell me what you love about TikTok and maybe what your questions are. Tell me below if you feel like TikTok is hilarious. Tell me that below. If you feel like TikTok is overwhelming, tell me that below. Or if you feel like TikTok is fun, but you're not sure, or if it's confusing, just let me know what you feel about TikTok below. So again, if you want to fast track kind of your strategy, you can always just say strategy below and I'll reach out to you. I would love to chat more. If you feel like you need an overall strategy, we can talk about TikTok, we can talk about whatever other social media platforms you're on, and we can work out a strategy that's more effective for you. Okay, so today I want to talk about 4 main TikTok tips. So let's see, I've probably been on TikTok definitely the last 2 years. I feel like it's more, right? Probably 3, somewhere in there. But I feel like it is always evolving, of course, just like all the other social media platforms. But it is the fastest growing. So, right, you can check me on that. Definitely feel free to Google that. But I'm pretty sure it is the fastest growing social media platform. And for whatever bad reputation or bad rap it gets in the press, definitely there are every bad media, there's something good about it. I think it has connected people in such a beautiful way, in the same way that Facebook has, right? It has allowed us to just connect with people from around the world in all different ways, right? I think it's such a beautiful thing. It's been a beautiful thing for a lot of businesses. And there's some, maybe not so great parts of TikTok, of course, just like with every social media platform. And so I'll say that with a caveat. Like I said at the beginning, my feed tends to be a little bit more soap candle making somehow and dog videos. So I have to curtail it, right? And sometimes I'm like, okay, I've seen all the soap videos I need to see. But just like Facebook, you can curtail your feed, right? Protect your peace, I say, curtail your feed. So if you don't like, right, a video, like you can X out of it, hit the 3 dots, whatever it is, tell TikTok, tell Instagram, tell Facebook, I don't want to see any more of this. You can block that person, you can just unfollow them if you don't want to be that mean, or there's many different ways to curtail your feed. Also, be very careful and cognizant of what you are liking and what you are slowing down at, right? Especially on TikTok, if you end up watching a video, even if you don't like it, I'm pretty sure that's part of the algorithm, right? It definitely will show you more of those videos. Definitely on Facebook, if you slow down on some of those reels, it will show you more of those reels. So just be careful about your own habits, right? If you don't like your feed, or if you don't like social media, it is probably a feed problem, right? You need to find what you like about social media, because there is definitely something for everybody. And I feel the same about TikTok, right? There's absolutely something for everybody. Oh my gosh, if you're a teacher, right? Or if you just want a laugh, oh my God, there are so many teachers on TikTok. Teachers and moms, I feel like, have taken over TikTok, and it is hilarious. It's a fun, really hilarious place. So definitely, if you are a coach and your target market is moms, TikTok is a great place to be. I really think that there are a lot of moms on TikTok that are ready to buy, ready to be entertained, ready to interact with you. So it's a great place. Okay, so back to the 4 tips. The first tip is really, and maybe you've noticed this, you have to have 1,000 followers on TikTok in order to put a link in your profile. So that, again, similar to Instagram, it is the only place that is clickable. So I always say this a lot, right? Instagram in the last 10 years has never been a big converter because it's just not clickable, right? It's really hard for people to click. Link in bio, you can put a link in the stories, that's about it. So what I look at Instagram and TikTok very similarly, right? I think they are both beautiful platforms for finding your audience. It is a great place and so easy to search for hashtags, search for users, search for whoever's in your target audience, right? So if your target audience is moms interested in wellness, if you just type in mom wellness to any of those, right, Instagram or TikTok, you will be bombarded with all kinds of users, content, everything that you're looking for. If you are selling products, right, definitely. If you're the t-shirt business, jewelry business, soap making, candle making business, definitely TikTok is definitely a great place. And so whoever your target audience, you really want to be searching for those people in TikTok and follow them, right? That is a great way to really up your followers. Start following people, right? It's not enough to just post and hope that people are following you. You really need to follow other people, and I would say interact with other people. Same as Instagram, right? If you want likes and comments on TikTok, start liking and commenting on other people's content. And be strategic. Don't just do it on anyone, do it on your target audience. So if your target audience is moms or teachers or people with dogs, or people interested in wellness, or people interested in yoga, or or again, just parents in general. There's a lot of dads also. Whoever your target audience is, definitely find them on TikTok and follow them. Interact with their stuff, like and comment on their posts, and they in turn will follow you back. So that is the first tip, is you really want to get to 1,000 followers in order to have that link. Otherwise, there's a few buttons, I think, in the profile that you could have, like your email, and you can have a button for Instagram, but there's no place to put a link to your website or to your Facebook group or wherever you want to send people. You have to get to that 1,000 followers in order to have that link. So definitely that would be the goal. If you're on TikTok, that would be, I would think, number one goal is to get to 1,000 followers so you can at least get a link in your profile. That would be the goal. So the tip number 2 is, I would say, similar to Instagram, I always say it's great to find your audience, really hard to convert them into paying customers or even leads, I would say. It's just not clickable, right? There's no place for them to enter their email and follow, or get on your newsletter or that kind of thing. They're really just passersby. And with the algorithm, same on TikTok, they may like one of your videos and never see a video again, right? It's so frustrating. They can follow you. You could have 1,000 followers and nobody's seeing your posts, unfortunately. So it's a real challenge, right? But I say the tip number 2 is don't be afraid of the DMs, right? Tell me in the comments if you get hesitant about DMs, if you don't want to be salesy, right? Tell me in the comments if you get a lot of spam in your DMs, and so that makes you hesitant to want to send out DMs. Tell me below if you feel like that. What I have really found is that over the last 10 years, again, it's really hard to convert people on your social media profiles to actual leads. What I have found is the most effective and the fastest way to get leads and clients is to have a Facebook group. To me, the Facebook group, and again, we used it at the bike shop, right? And I wish I had remembered it for the last 10 years, but I kind of forgot. We were using other social media, other Facebook groups, but I hadn't created one of my own for this business until just last year, because I was focused on other things, right? And I had forgotten that lesson. I don't know why it took me that long to remember that lesson, but it has been so uplifting and so fast tracking for my business to get people into my Facebook group. So I would use TikTok and Instagram to send DMs. So it can be a really neutral invite, right? If you're worried about being salesy, I get that. I completely understand. But it is a great way to convert people from followers to actual leads. If they enter your group on Facebook, I would call that a lead, because in your Facebook group you can ask questions, right? Like, are you this person who's in your target audience? Do you want this freebie? And they give your email, or they give their email, right? And immediately they're on your email list. And then are they interested in your offer, right? Those would be the 3 questions to kind of enter. But that would be I think it's a neutral invitation to invite people from your TikTok to your Facebook group. That way, right? And make sure they're in your target audience, right? Figure out who your target audience is, follow them, and then invite them to your group. That gets them into your funnel. I really call the Facebook group your sales funnel, right? I hate using kind of standard jargon industry terms because it means different things to different people, but you really want to get people into one place and then know that that's where you're going to warm them up, right? get them to be an actual interested party, an actual lead, and then warm them up to your system, right? That's really what you want. So TikTok, I think, is really valuable to find your audience and send them a DM. If they have liked your stuff or followed your account, I think that's an open invitation to be like, hey, I saw that you liked my post on wellness. I saw that you are into meditation. I'm talking about all of these things and sharing free resources over in my Facebook group. We'd love to have you, right? I think that is a great method to invite people from your profile and get them into your system, to turn them into a lead. So definitely don't be afraid of the DMs. I know it can be scary because we get a lot of spam, right? And nobody wants to be spammy, right? So figure out a way. And if that's something you are having trouble with, definitely tell me below. We can work on a script, right? That's something that I always offer in my coaching plan, is that you can send me what you're kind of telling people in those DMs. And if it's not working, just let me know and we can kind of work on the wording of that script to get people into your Facebook group. So that would really be the goal, I think, is to turn your TikTok followers that are in your target audience over into your Facebook group. Okay, so the third tip for TikTok that I wanted to talk about, like I said, if you were ever on Musical.ly, right? Tell me below, Musical.ly. But what I love about TikTok, and I think really what it was kind of created for, is the sound, right? It is a video. It was originally for like the lip syncing to music, and so definitely check the trending sounds. So on every video that you post, every post, you can add a sound. And search content. I always say that too, right? Search for trending content in your industry and see what people are responding to. There are so many different creative ways that people are using trending sounds, whether it's just music in the background and then you have your pictures or your products or your service or whatever it is, or if you are lip syncing to a sound, right? And I say sound because it's not always music, right? There can be some really cute things like there's a sound, right? You can use someone else saying pack this order with me, right? Or ship this load, or haul, right? People are always saying check out my dollar store haul, right? Or whatever it is, right? So you can use the trending sounds to create content, right? And it'll give you ideas, right? And then it's kind of not scary because you're not actually talking, right? You can use a trending sound and just lip sync along to it, and they are hilarious, right? It always cracks me up when the sound doesn't match the face. It could be like a really Southern old grandma, right? And it's a really young, cute girl using, or even a young boy using an old woman, sound. It's hilarious, right? It's all creative, and it's just so fun. So get creative and definitely check the trending sounds. So in TikTok, when you're creating things, you can add a sound and then do your video as it is in the background. So definitely play around with that. I think that is a great thing. They also have a bunch of features. So in TikTok, when you're creating a video, on the right, on the right-hand side, there's a whole menu you can scroll through, and there's a lot of fun visual effects, right? Like you can have different colors floating in, you can have butterflies, you can have flowers, you can have flower petals floating down, snow. I mean, a million different settings, right? You can even have it strobe effect and a disco, and anyway, there's a million, right? So definitely play around with the features, just get creative. And if you're not comfortable being on camera just yet, and that's okay, definitely check out Canva, right? I always say Canva is a great place to get inspired, and you can check their TikTok templates. You can just pick TikTok templates in Canva, and it'll show you a gazillion different templates to try. And that'll get your juices flowing as well. So you can always just have words come in and pictures come in, and in Canva you can animate anything, and that will turn it into a video. So then it's the perfect size, and then you can just use that video on TikTok. So you don't even have to use the TikTok tools if you don't want to. But I definitely say there's so much capability over there on TikTok that it's really easy to create videos right within the app. And lately I've been playing around, if you've seen any of my videos, I've been playing around with the captions I've been noticing a lot of trending videos from TikTok were created with a certain caption setting. So I've been kind of playing around with that to see if that's more effective. What I do then is create the video on TikTok, and it will automatically save to your phone, or you can download it after you post it. And then I use that video on Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, Pinterest sometimes, right? It's in that same shape, and you can use it kind of wherever. So that's another great way to reutilize what you've already created, right? Repurpose your posts so you're not recreating, not reinventing the wheel. So definitely check out the sounds and the features. The fourth tip and last tip I want to talk about is CapCut. Has anybody used CapCut? Tell me below if you have tried out CapCut. It is another app, but it is directly linked to your TikTok account, and it is so fun. It is full of templates. So especially if you have products, I think this is where it can be really amazing. It will take, you could have 6 different pictures of your products, or even just yourself and your services. And there's a million different templates, and it will, all you have to do is select your 6 photos, and it will create this automatically beautiful, like all these, different photos coming in at different times. It'll be like ripped down the center, or, coming into music. Like, it's all really creative and really easy. So that's what I love, right? I love easy, creative, and different. Everyone wants to be unique and showcase their business. So definitely check out CapCut. That would be a really fun, it's just something new and different. And again, if you create it on TikTok, you can repurpose it everywhere, right? So kind of start, sometimes it's a great place to start with your inspiration and create something on TikTok, and then just use it everywhere else. I like that too, that TikTok, so I don't know if you've noticed, Instagram, if you download your Reels from Instagram, it will add the Instagram logo, right? Which is totally fine. But I started realizing that the Instagram logo was like kind of like in my eyeball, right? In some of my videos. So I started creating my videos on TikTok, and it does not add a logo. So once I download it from TikTok, it's just like it's just a unmarked video, and I can use it on Instagram, I can use it on Facebook, and then that little logo is not in my eyeball, which is really annoying. So anyway, that's another tip to repurpose your content. So that is the 4 tips for TikTok. So I'll just recap really quickly. The first one is you really want to get to 1,000 followers. That is how you're going to get a link in your profile. You have to get to 1,000 followers to get that link. So if you want to follow your target audience, they typically will follow you back. And if you want to grow your followers really quickly to that 1,000 followers, start following people, start liking and commenting on their stuff, and they will in turn do the same for you. Tip number 2 is to, once you have followers, you want to DM them. And I think it can be a really neutral invitation and effective to invite them to your Facebook group. That gets them, so without having a website or a link in your profile, right, before you get to those 1,000 followers on TikTok, you need a way to capture your audience. So sending them DMs and saying, hey, I've got this, Facebook group, we're sharing free tips on this. I saw you were interested in, XYZ. Come on over to the Facebook group. We'd love to have you. So send DMs to invite people to your Facebook group. That would be number 2. Number 3 is check the trending sounds. TikTok is hilarious and so much fun, and so many creative ways to represent your business. Definitely check out trending sounds and check out the features. There's a million different features on the right hand side to be able to check or to change, like you can do the background, you can have different effects coming in, strobe effect, flowers, like a million different cute ways just to kind of juice up and make fun, make your videos a little bit more exciting. So definitely trending sounds and features, check that out. And then the 4th one is CapCut. CapCut, right? It is a different app, but it has so many fun templates that are super easy. All you have to do is select pictures, and it populates into these amazing videos. It's really adorable and fun and creative and wild. So if you haven't tried CapCut, definitely give it a try. It's a really fun app, and it directly links to your TikTok. You can save it from CapCut, or you can just post directly to TikTok, which is great. So those are the 4 tips that I would say for TikTok. If you have any other questions, just let me know below and I would be happy to answer them. If you are feeling stuck in your business, right? If you feel like you are not sure how to move forward, if you feel like you need a strategy, like an overall just working system to generate leads, let's talk. I would love to schedule a call with you and talk more. You can always say strategy below and I'll reach out to you to check in. I offer one-on-one coaching, and I really think this is an invaluable tool for businesses to get that unique perspective, right? My perspective from having 10 years of different businesses as well as helping other businesses, I can really come in and kind of with that bird's eye view, give you some insight that it's really hard when you're stuck deep in the weeds of your own business, right? I really think that one-on-one help is really invaluable for businesses to give you that new perspective and to give you kind of an outside view to be able to kind of get you moving forward, right? We can often get kind of stuck in different steps along the way. We're all on a different path in our journey, and so to learn from other people is really the best way, I think, to get you unstuck and to get you moving forward. So definitely feel free to reach out if you're at all interested. I have a Lead Accelerator program. My program is all about generating leads. We don't need more followers. Followers are great. We really need more leads, right? We want leads to turn into paying customers. That's what you need. If you're in business, you need paying customers. So that is always the goal. So that's exactly what we talk about in my Lead Accelerator program. We focus on Facebook groups. So I've found in the last 10 years, Facebook groups is the quickest and easiest way to turn leads into paying customers. So if that's something you haven't thought about and you want to grow your Facebook group, definitely tell me below, grow your group, and I'll definitely reach out to you. That's exactly what we focus on, is how to get the right people into your Facebook group and then how to turn them into paying customers. If you could get 5 to 10 qualified leads into your group every day, would you be interested? That's exactly what we focus on. So tell me below if you would be interested in getting 5 to 10 qualified leads to your business every single day. That is what my program is all about. I would love to share more with you. And I always say, right, if you're hesitant, if you're stuck in your business and you're waiting until you have more money, or you're waiting until you're ready, it's really hard, right? You're never gonna feel like you're ready. You're never gonna feel like you have enough money, and it's costing you money to wait, right? Waiting is expensive. You're missing out on earned revenue. You're missing out on those potential clients. You're missing out on the time. Don't waste years like I did testing these strategies and figuring it out on your own. I know you can do it, right? You're resourceful. You've gotten this far. I know you can do it, but I don't want you to have to waste those years. I don't want it to take that long for you the way it did for me. I don't want you to have to make all the same mistakes that I did. I want you to fast track your business and get you unstuck today. So definitely let me know if you're interested. Say Lead Accelerator below. I would love to reach out to you. All right, that is it for today. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching.